Hello, welcome. So today we will see how to share storage volume using ISCSI. So uh, first of all, what is ISCSI? So ISCSI is a internet small computer system interface, is basically IP based block storage. So if I talk about the types of storage, there is two kinds of storage. First is block storage, and then second one, which is the SAN, storage area network, and the second one is NAS, network attached storage. So for there is some example of SAN, storage area network, that is the fiber channel, and ISCSI is the example of SAN. And in case of NAS, there is a NFS, FTP, HTTP, SFTP, and AFS, entry file system, and Apple filling protocol. These are the example of NAS. So the question is that what is the technically difference between SAN and NAS? So in SAN, you are sharing the complete block device, where you can mount this device on another computer, then you can further create the partition as per your requirement. But in case of NAS, you cannot create the partition, you can only mount a folder or directory on your client system. So in today's session we will cover SAN, storage area network of ISCSI. Okay, so basically ISCSI is using ISCSI storage is used lots of in the market. It's a kind of shared storage which is used in Red Hat cluster. It's a PCS Red Hat cluster, VMware vSphere, and Red Hat Enterprise Virtualization, Ovid, and many are the types of servers there we are using shared storage. Okay, so in terms of shared storage, what is the meanings of shared storage? We are sharing one block device from one server to the another server. Okay, so in today's agenda we have environment. We have two servers. First is storage server, where it is called as server, and one is the client machine. The host name of storage server is storage.example.com, and the respective IP address is 192.168.122.150, and the operating system I'm using CentOS 7. Additionally, I'm using there 80 GB of disk, which I will be shared on client system. Okay, on client system, same, I have the hostname station 100.example.com, and the IP address is 192.168.122.100. okay, and same operating system I'm using CentOS 7 on client machine. Okay, so let me show you. This is my storage server. Okay, host name is this one, and this is my client machine. Okay, this is my client machine. Okay, so you can see F disk, so here you can see I have attached 185 GB disk space additionally on my storage server. So I will mount this one, I will create partition, and then I will share this disk in block storage to the my client device. Okay, where station 100. Okay, so first of all, let me see the name of the disk. The disk name is vdb/dev vdb. So first of all, I will create a LVM kinds of partition, because in further I may need to extend the partition, so I will create a LVM kind of partition. So to create the partition, first of all I will log in into disk. Okay, so I will create a new partition, primary kinds of partition, I'm keeping all the configuration default. Okay, the complete size I'm taking. So you can print the partition. It's a the system type is Linux. So let me change it to the LVM. So to change the type, there is a code 8E for LVM. Okay, so now if I see, the type changed to the LVM. This is a basic about LVM. Okay, now further I'm going to save, and if now I will check, it will show me /dev vdb1, and it's a LVM kinds of partition. Okay, now I will create one PV. First of all, PV create /dev and vdb1. This is my device. So PV created. After that, after PV, now I will create VZ. Okay, so VZ create, name of my VG, and then /dev vdb1. Okay, so my you can see my VG created successfully. Further I can check VG display. So here you can see my VG, and the disk the VG size is 80 GB. Okay, now I will create LV. Okay, so I'm taking complete 100% of VG. Okay, so LV create -L. Okay, then 100%, whatever disk available in VG, let me use complete. Okay, the new LV name my LV, and VG name my VG. Okay, so it's created LV, you can see. Okay, so here the LV name is my LV, and 80 GB disk space completely it's used. Okay, so this is my LV. Okay, now further I need to configure the ISCSI target. Okay, so I will install target CLI package on my server. Okay, so let me install yum install target CLI -5. Okay, so from yum it's going to install the dependency and target CLI package. Now target CLI, I got this command, and from this command I can log in into target CLI. Okay, so this is I log in into here I can create like my block storage, my LUNs and networks, everything I can create inside target CLI. Okay, so first of all I need to create the backstore. So let me log in into backstore, and then block. This is the location where I can create my disk. Okay, so you can see in the PDF. Okay, so I need to create block. So create name of block my vol. This is a my volume, and what is the path of my here I need to give the path of my disk, raw disk, that is I created my VG and LV. Okay, so this device I'm going to share. Okay, so let me create. Okay, this created, so you can see here my vol created. Okay, and this is active 80 GB. Okay, further after creating this I need to set up the ISCSI. So here right now I'm at this location. Okay, I need to go back and log in ISCSI. So cd dot okay, backstore again and ISCSI. Okay, so here in the ISCSI I need to create IQN. Okay, so this is a command to create the IQN. Okay, so simply create IQN dot 2021 05th 10 com example dot storage. Okay, and what is this? This is a disk 1. Okay, I will give a label as disk 1. Okay, so it's created the IQN and respective portal. Portal means the IP address. Networks also is it's created and it's allowed on global network. You can see 0.0.0.0 and the port number is 3260. Okay, so you can further see here in TPG it's created one IQN. IQN is a kinds of it's a identification. Okay, so in TPG you created and this is a portal. Okay, further after that login into IQN ACL and add access control list. Now we need to create access control list for other host. Okay, so I have this host where I will share my disk. So I will log in into IQN, then ACL, sorry TPG, and then ACL. So here whatever host I'm going to share that block storage, I need to create IQN for that, and that IQN I will provide to that host. Okay, so keep in mind I'm going to create IQN 05. Then here in I will use host name in reverse order. This is a format of IQN. Okay, example, and then my host name is station 100. Okay, and then I will provide one token. Token could be anything. Here also I will provide like my disk 1. Okay, so this IQN I created, and further I will provide that IQN to my client where I will share my disk. This is a kinds of token. Okay, so further we will see how we will use that token. Okay, so after creating the IQN, okay, we will create LUN. Okay, so LUN is a raw device. Okay, so we can share it on that raw device on client system. So cd dot here I will log in into LUNs. Okay, so here I will use create and then /backstore block, and whatever block device I created above, you can see I created here my wall. Okay, so in block I created my wall. My wall was attached with my LV, and now I will call that my wall in my LUNs. Okay, so while you will enter, it will create a it will map that LUN to the my wall, and my wall is attached to the backend LV. Okay, so that's it from server configuration. Now go back on the slash and run command save config. Okay, so this will save this the complete configuration in etc target save config.json. so further you can see the JSON file. Okay, so here it's save the configuration in JSON format. Okay, so the complete configuration is stored here. What will be the network and everything you can see. Okay, if you know the JSON, then you can see. Okay, so that the setup done from server end. Now we will restart the target service. So systemctl restart target, and we will enable that service. So after reboot, that service remain enable started. Okay, so after that, uh, if you are using IP tables or firewall, you can permanently add that port or service in the firewall. So 3260 is the port number. So I'm not using any firewall right now, so I'm not running. If you are using, then you can use this command to allow permanently that 3206 port number. Okay, so now after that we will configure initiator. Okay, so initiator is a client. Okay, so on the initiator side, we will install in ISCSI initiator util package. Okay, so I'm going to install that package on my client side. Okay, and why? Okay, so that package installed. So after installing that package, you will get one file here, etc ISCSI initiator name.iscsi. So this is a file where you have to pass that IQN, whatever IQN you allowed, that token you allowed uh, here you allowed that SEL for specific host. Okay, so you have to pass that IQN to client. Okay, so this is a kind of token. Okay, so I pasted that IQN here and saved the file. Okay, and after that I need to start the ISCSI service. So on the client side initiator, I will restart ISCSI. Okay, and I will enable that service. So after reboot, it's remain same. Okay, now what I will do, I will discover that service. Okay, so this is a command. Okay, so I will copy and paste that command. Okay, so ISCSI ADM is a command which is running on target client side. Okay, uh, on initiator, and -m discovery -t st, and then -p for port, and this is a this IP is for storage. Okay, so when I will press, it will show that what is the IQN of server. This IQN we created earlier, if you remember. Here we created. Okay, so this is for storage. Okay, so if it's reflect that, that's mean you are successfully discovering ISCSI from this IP address, means server. Okay, so now further we will log in. So okay, so this is a command to log in on that particular node. Okay, so -t, then copy this IQN, -p IP address 150, and then -l for login. Okay, when I will press, you will see successful message. That means that shared 80 GB disk should be reflect here. Okay, so you can see f disk -l. So here you can see. Okay, /dev sda 85 GB space. Okay, so you shared 80, its approximate value it's taking, so 80 to 85. Okay, so sda we got new mount point sda 85. Further I can check whether I have initiated the session, so that session I can check uh, ISCSI ADM -m session. So here you can see one session created from this specific IP address. Okay, so okay, further uh, you can check the session, and if you want to log out from that particular session, then use the same command of login. Instead of l, use -u for logout. So after that it's logout. Now if you will see, there is no 80 GB of disk will be reflected here. Okay, so after login back, you can see again it's reflecting. So with that 80 GB disk space SDA, further you can create a required partition. Okay, that is the major difference between SAN and NAS. In SAN you can create the partition, you can share block storage, you can further create required partition. Okay, and you can like but in NAS you can't create the partition. Okay, you can only in NAS only a folder shared from storage or your server, and then further you can mount it. Okay, so let me create some partition. So disk SDA new primary. Okay, I'm keeping default. Okay, so I'm creating a further I can create LVM kind of partition or simple Linux partition. So I'm creating Linux partition. Okay, fdisk -l sda1. So okay, mkfs dot ext4, whatever the file system I want to format I can use, and then I can format. Okay, then let's suppose I want to mount it on /data. So I will create /data, then mount /sda1 to /data. Okay, if you will see, you can see /dev /data mount, it's a 79 GB and mounted on /data. Okay, further you can make entry in fstab file. Okay, so check the blk id, this is a uuid, and fstab, when fstab okay, where it's mounted on /data. What is the file system? We are using ext4. I'm keeping that default configuration, and where right now it's not mounted, but when I will run a command mount -a, now you can see it's permanently mounted. Now after reboot, that partition will be exist. So you can log in and you can create files and everything you can create. Okay, further so you can also check the logs. Okay, whether your I mean your session that here you can see attached ISCSI disk. That's mean your initiator accepted that disk, block disk. Okay, and here also you can see block partitions. So SDA, this is a partition which you got from ISCSI. So that's how we can share block storage from one server to any other server. This is basically about ISCSI. Thank you.